To participate in the general public comment period, please call now at 818-238-3335. Speaking times will be determined by the total number of public comment cards and callers in the queue at the start of each public comment period. For 1 to 20 total speakers, each speaker will receive up to 3 minutes. For 21 to 39 total speakers, each speaker will receive up to 2 minutes. And for 40 plus total speakers, each speaker will receive up to 1 minute. No additional comment cards or calls will be accepted once the public comment period begins.
Good afternoon and welcome to a joint meeting of the Burbank City Council with the successor agency, Housing Authority and Parking Authority on Tuesday, May 5th, 2026. Before we begin, I would like to announce that Councilmember Perez will be participating remotely in today's meeting. Councilmember Perez, please provide your notice of your need to participate remotely.
Hi, everyone. Yes, I need to participate remotely per state law. I have the ability to do so for childcare needs, which I currently have. I have a very sick baby at home, and I'm sure none of you want me there either because I too am sick.
Great, thank you. Mr. City Attorney, will you please state the items on the agenda for closed session?
Yes, Madam Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the City Council, and for the benefit of the public, the City Council is meeting in closed session at 4 p.m. this afternoon to discuss 5 items. The first item is a matter of the first 3 items are matters of existing litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9D1 in the matters of Friends of the Equestrian Bridge versus City of Burbank concerning the housing project at 910 South Mariposa. Secondly, Alec Allman versus City of Burbank, which is a trip and fall case. Thirdly, Marissa O'Brien versus City of Burbank, which is a labor employment matter. The fourth item is conference with the city's real property negotiator, Ms. Simone McFarland, Assistant Community Development Director, pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9, concerning the Burbank Historic Society lease at 115 North Lomita Street in Burbank, California, concerning grounds for a lease renewal. And then finally, a matter of anticipated litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9 D4 with the city as potential plaintiff in one case.
Okay, thank you. Madam City Clerk, we have these 2 in-person public comment cards. Is that correct?
That's what we have. We have no callers, Madam Mayor.
Okay, great. So we have 2 commenters tonight, and we'll have 3 minutes each. First, I have Emily Gabeletti, followed by Roy Simison. Welcome.
Before my time starts, I just want to explain what's being handed out are documents from the court. One document is from the city's attorney filed on behalf of the city, and the second document is the response to that request filed by the attorneys for Friends of the Equestrian Bridge. I don't believe you've been provided with these documents. They are public record. I am speaking to you today as a friend of the Friends of the Equestrian Bridge about the first item on closed session. I'm here because we care about the future of our neighborhood and are making sure the rules apply to everyone equally. In 2024, you approved a 40-unit housing development at 910 South Mariposa based on the rules for SB 35 housing developments. At the time, many of you said that you felt forced to say yes because of state housing laws. You felt you had your hands tied. We respectfully didn't agree, and so we went to court. We believe this was the wrong project in the wrong place. Guided by that conviction, we committed to ensure facts were clearly presented, thoughtfully considered, and built a case grounded in those facts. In March 2026, the court agreed with us. The decision untied your hands because the court made the decision, not you. On April 16th, a month later, the developer formally withdrew his application, and the next day, after withdrawal, the city's attorney submitted an objection to the court decision, arguing that because the project was withdrawn, The judgment in favor of us should be dismissed as moot. In other words, the judgment could be wiped away. First, I can't think of a time when the city staff acted alone on significant litigation without consulting the city council. In my experience, legal direction was always set by the council. Secondly, the points made in the court's decision are too important to the rest of the state to simply become moot or wiped away by a last-minute withdrawal. This decision has statewide significance. The city's own attorneys said as much in the January trial. They said, this case is being watched by other jurisdictions because of statewide implications. The court's decision provides clear guidance and predictability to the public and cities across the state, evaluating their own state-mandated housing development applications regarding industrial-adjacent properties. They occur in the context of many state laws, not just in SB 35. And it affirms the public has a right to transparency and accountability over the implementation of objective design standards. We adopted Burbank standards, we had hearings on it. The court decision confirms the public's right to enforcement of those standards. This is fair. Recently, the developer sent a letter saying they're withdrawing their application. They want to dismiss the already decided case and move on. We believe this is a strategy to avoid the final judgment. Our request is, we wonder if the council was ever asked about the legal direction to moot the case, and we are asking the council to recognize the court's decision at 910 and oppose efforts to erase the decision from the records. This isn't about housing against housing. This is about making sure when we build and that we follow rules for health and safety.
Thank you for your comment. Next up
You're welcome.
is Roy Simison. You have 3 minutes.
Hello, my name is Roy Simonson, and I've been advocating for the protection for the rancho for over 40 years now. I've been doing this. And this is the closest we've come to a situation where we could actually lose the horse property. It's almost inevitable. Big money comes in. People can't afford to keep up their lifestyle anymore, and they go. And that's a shame. But the real shame is that before the rancho even was part of the United States, it was Rancho La Providencia, and it belonged to Mexico. And they used it to raise cattle and horses. Horses have continually lived on this property in the rancho since that day to this day. Continuously, the whole time there's been horses. To me, it would be a sin to let development push out the horses, the culture that goes with them, and the ecology that remains there. So, consideration. Sometimes you must fight the state when the situation warrants it. And I think this is one of those situations. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your comment. There being no further public comment, I now declare the public comment period closed. We will now proceed to a closed session meeting. The regular session of the council meeting will begin at 6 p.m. The public is invited to view the meeting online or by TV and will be able to provide public comment by appearing in person or by calling in directly to the council meeting at 818-238-3335. Public comment is accepted in person and on the phone for general public comment. The public comment period for the reports to council will be taken in person only. The televised portion of the closed session is now over.